What's up, guys? I'm Sean from Srkcycles, where we are trying to help you guys get into your next bike, help you guys buy bikes, find bikes, just anything bike. And this video is about how to not get ripped off, how to not get taken advantage of when buying a bike for eBay. This is also good tips if you're gonna sell your bike on eBay. Kind of just make sure you do the opposite. Full disclosure, I do own a motorcycle dealership. I do sell stuff on eBay, and I keep this stuff in mind. And if you guys want to see another video, I just bought this bike on eBay, and I am documenting the whole process of me buying this bike. It's about 8 hours away, driving it back. So if you guys want to check out a video of me actually documenting this whole process, it's a lot of fun. Really good video. It's on the Bikes and Beards channel. That'll be listed at the end of this video and also in the bottom link. But I do go and buy this bike. It's a 51-year-old Honda. I buy it sight unseen on eBay, just like you guys would. And driving it back, meeting the guy, just kind of documenting the whole thing. It's a lot of fun. And things do not work out as I thought they would. Okay, how to not get scammed on eBay. Number one, you guys need to do your research. You need to do your research on the bike. You need to do your research on the, almost more important than doing the research on the bike, do your research on the seller. I was buying a cooler off of eBay, and the guy had perfect reviews, except for one bad review. Now I'm like, well, he's got a 98%. This will be fine. And then I bought it. I never got the cooler. I got ripped off. I go back and I read that one review that I did not read, that one bad review, and it said, bought a Yeti cooler from this guy, never showed up. This is a scam. So read all of his reviews. It's very important when you read the reviews. Let's say you're buying a motorcycle or a camera or something from this guy, and it looks like his channel is all about cameras or motorcycles or whatever. Make sure that his reviews have something to do with the item that he's selling you. Because what is very possible, a lot of people do this, is they'll buy an eBay domain from someone who sold shirts or trinkets or paper clips or something stupid, just to get something really cheap, to get a bunch of reviews, and then perfect reviews, and then they sell it to someone else who's going to sell something else. So if you see he's got 200, 300, 500 reviews, go back and look at those reviews. If you're buying a motorcycle off the guy and all his reviews are great shirt, love the shirt was great, you know what I mean, love the paperclip, then you need to just kind of step back and be like, okay, hold on, what's going on now? Not that you're gonna get ripped off, it's something's different. Those reviews do not actually reflect the item that you are buying. So that's really, really important. Do your research on the bike. Make sure you know what to look for. Make sure you know if it has any problem things, and then ask. Okay, so that's the first one. Here's my second one. Contact the seller. Contact the seller. Make sure he gets back to you in a timely manner. Make sure he answers your questions and it's not vague. When you're buying a bike in person, most of the questions you're asking the guy are actually about him and about why he's selling the bike, and trying to figure out who he is, make sure he's a legitimate guy. So contact the seller. Because you're buying on eBay or on the internet, it does not mean you should have less information than whether you were not buying on the eBay or the internet. You should have more information. You should ask him even more specific questions. Ask him about the tires, ask him about the paint, ask him about, just read his full description. Don't go and not read his description and expect he's going to tell you everything on the phone or on eBay. Read the description he gave you, and if it's lacking anything, contact him and make sure that he fills in those blanks. It's funny, sometimes people will be very vague with you about the bike, and then when you actually ask them questions about it, then they'll, bike's in great shape. What is great shape? You know what I mean? It has to paint. Is it perfect? Has it been painted? How are the tires? You know what I mean? Make sure you know that information. If you can't get it out of him, if he's like, oh, this guy's annoying me, then you know what? It's probably not the bike for you. Pictures and videos. It's very important to really, really look into those pictures. If you think that you're like, hey, is that a dent or is that a glare? Ask them. Hey, picture number 7 on the right side of the tank, is that a dent or a glare? You need to know exactly what you're getting when you're selling this bike. And this is all kind of why we do what we do at Srkcycles. We do test drive videos for all of our bikes, showing everyone how it rides. We do walk around videos for all of our bikes, showing every minute flaw, which makes it really easy for us to sell online to people all over the country and all over the world. And then if there's a video, that's even better. If you are a seller, put a video of your bike, show it running, show the flaws. There's a video, any used bike is gonna have a flaw. Just where is it? Show me what it is so I can make the decision whether I'm cool with that. When I bought this bike, I asked the guy, I was like, does it run? He showed me a video. It ran really good. He said it runs great. I did not ask him the question. Well, I'll let you guys check out the video. Get a picture. Make sure it has a title. Make sure it's got a clean title. Make sure the title, you want to see a picture of the VIN on the bike. You want to see a picture of the title. Make sure it's in the seller's name. If you don't know what you're looking at when you're looking at the title, take the picture, take it to someone and say, hey, is this a good title? Am I going to have any problems putting this title in my name? You want to see pictures of the front and the back. That's very important. If the guy selling it doesn't want to do that, that kind of makes the deal sound shady. I got no problem. Showing people, well, that's actually not my title, but showing people titles that are in my name because it's got my name and it's got the VIN number. Who cares? So it's very important to see the title. If this guy couldn't show me the title, I probably wouldn't have bought it. I'd be like, well, just show me the title, man. All right. Number 4, know how much you're willing to spend, know what your budget is, and set the timer. This is more about bidding when you're actually bidding on the eBay platform. You don't want to get into a bidding war where you bump it up and they bump it up and you bump it up and they bump it up. And you don't want to get into that bidding war 2 seconds before, or a minute before the thing's up. Because then what you end up doing is you're like, I want this bike and I'm willing to pay for him not to get the bike. So it's like, oh, he beat me. And that's where the guy who owns the bike, he wins out and you lose out. So what you want to do is, what I like to do is, if it's a couple days away from the bid, I like to become the top bid. I want to see what that gap is. Because the way eBay works is it might say top bid of $700, but that guy who has the winning bid actually has the bid at $900, but he only needed $700 to beat the guy before him. So if you do $720, his bid bumps up. If you do $800, his bid bumps up until you get to where his bid limit is up. Then you won't actually beat him. So a couple days before, I like to kind of test it. I like to kind of get to the winning bid, get a ballpark of where the other people are at, and then I won't bid until like the last 2 seconds of the auction. And then normally what I'll do is I'll just put a let's say the bid's at $5,000. I won it. Someone else is the winner at $5,000. I don't know where they're actually at. Maybe if I'm willing to pay $55 for it, hey, throw $55 in there. Throw the number in there, and you might win the bike at $51. You might win it at $50. You know what I mean? But at the very, very last second, so there's no time that he can actually do it. That's what I like to do. And if you go watch this video, you actually see me do it. I show the screenshot of it. It's actually pretty cool. Factor in the price, tax and title, factor in shipping. If you're going to ship it to you, you can normally get a bike shipped for about $500 anywhere in the country, or factor in travel. In the video we made with this, we factored in travel, and you can actually see it's actually more expensive than you think with food and hotels and stay and gas and everything. So once that's all done and factored in, get an idea of whether you're still getting a good deal or if you're getting the bike you want. If you are, then do it. Another thing is, once you see the bike in person, just because you bought it and you're locked in, you can put a deposit. They normally require a deposit, PayPal or something like that, which you can dispute if something goes wrong. But then if you're gonna go and travel and buy the bike in person, you can still back out of that deal at that point. If you look at the bike and you're like, well, hold up, man, this is not what I described. This is not what you described. This is not what I was expecting to get. You don't owe him anything. You just back out of the deal. Go back, leave, walk away, get your money back, or don't at that point don't give him the money. Any PayPal transaction, you can go back and say, hey, this was a bad deal. I don't want to do it anymore. And then you just go back to eBay and you just dispute the buy. You say, hey, this bike was not as described. He's got to go back and he's got to fix it. So those are my tips. If you guys want to see me actually doing this, kind of a case study of me actually buying a bike on eBay, it was very enjoyable. Check the link below or check the link right after this video. And you'll see the case study of it. And we'll see you guys later. Hopefully I can help you guys out with buying your next motorcycle. Srkcycles, we do test drives on hundreds or thousands of different bikes, showing you guys how they run and whether that bike is right for you. And we do sell bikes here. We'll see you guys later. Don't forget to subscribe.